Hey guys, welcome to my channel and welcome to another video. Today I'm doing a little elaboration on a post that I put up. I did a video a few days ago, Scam or No, I believe, and is online panhandling the new hustle or something to that effect. The video mentioned two channels who were currently going through an eviction situation. Now, one of the young ladies has already had the opportunity to fix her situation. Another one was new. Now, the second young lady was a person who has a very established channel. She's been around for a minute. She is a natural hair enthusiast. Didn't know her prior to her asking for help, but she called herself calling me out, screenshotted my post, putting it on her channel, which, thank you, boo-boo, for that free promo, because I got quite a few followers from that. I really appreciate that. But on a serious note, she was angry because I mentioned her. As a matter of fact, several people were angry as if I was like victimizing her or something in this nature. I want to elaborate on not only what I said, why I covered it, but also why I feel the way I feel. First of all, let me say this. Another young lady spoke out about people who do commentary, and one of the things that I mentioned when I said something about that is this. I don't go looking for information about people. I give commentary based on things that you put out. So when you put it out, you clearly want people to see it, talk about it, and therefore you plan to make money off of the views from said conversations. Because commentary is a big way that a lot of people get views. Number two, I don't just go around finding reasons to say this or that. If I'm speaking on something, it's something that I know something about, something that I have experience on, and if I'm calling it out in a negative way, I know that what is being said is not being represented appropriately for one reason or another. It could be a reason behind it, but it really doesn't matter. My commentary is based on the information that's being put out there. So we're going to start with that. If you don't like what I put out there, you don't have to watch. I mean, that is true, but what that should really charge you to do is think about it. Think about what was put out there. Think about what was said and look at the details. It's to make you think. I don't expect people to just go around and decide that because I've said something or that anyone has said something that it is like the end all be all and, that's that. We all have our own experiences in life, and therefore we have our own thought processes, and the things that are out here are based on the things that we know, we see, we've done, and we've experienced. So that stands to reason that most of us are going to have somewhat similar outlooks, but some of us will have a lot different of outlooks. Me personally, this is my thing when it came to this scenario of the LiiNatural situation. Who in their right mind walks away from 15 grand? Because what she said is that she paid the money, but then she's being evicted for the same rent that she already paid. So why wouldn't you go to court and fight that? Especially knowing that you have proof, according to her, that she paid the rent. So why are you stressed? Why would you be stressed about something that you did? Unless there's some details you're leaving out, or unless maybe you didn't do it. Okay, and let's address this other thing. She said, or someone said, she was scammed, that she paid the money But maybe I'm assuming they mean she paid the money to someone who didn't actually own the house. Okay, if you signed a lease, you did a walkthrough in this house with a leasing agent and then turned around and paid your rent according to your lease. I mean, in the state of Florida, because I've lived there before, yeah, you paid your rent. Now, it's according to the lease that you signed. Now, what would have to happen is the landlord is going to have to do one or two things. If the person that you paid did not own it, they got to go get their money because it's an actionable lease. Or they do have to put you out. Now, even if you left there voluntarily, in order for that landlord to take possession of that home that has been lived in by someone, they have to have what's called a writ of possession. This is issued by the court. So even if you left on your own, they still got to evict you, sweetie. You're not avoiding anything. And if you are speaking to legal minds about this situation, they've told you all of this. A writ of possession is what is required in the state of Georgia, in every state, to take possession of a home you've owned after it's been occupied. Now, in the state of Georgia, if you let somebody come to your house and stay the night and they don't want to leave, same thing, you got to evict them. In the state of Florida, I'm not sure if it's a 24-hour period. Some places have 1 week, some places have 2 weeks. Different states have different rules, but it's still the same consensus. In order for someone to take possession of a home, writ is required. Writ of possession is required. So when she said that she paid that money and didn't want to go to court, that was a serious red flag. Because if you paid that, first of all, who is walking away from 15 G's? Baby, you supposed to be, ready to, swing in the streets over your money because you have 5 children. And let me say another thing, guys. I don't know this girl. I was speaking generally on a subject that was put out here. It wasn't personal for me. If it was personal for her, and she's taken the time to write long dissertations to me and be angry at me instead of dealing with her situation, that's another red flag. Because, baby, I'm just a chick on the street. You put your information out here, and I'm not the only one who said it was some shenanigans going on. So, yeah, I put it on my platform, but you are taking time out of making sure your kids have a home to argue with me. Is that intellectually a sound idea? No. That's another red flag. Another thing. Like I said, if she was able to get keys to the place, somebody walked her through the place, a realtor did a walk-in inspection. If all of this was done, there's more access to those people, because in order for those, hold on one second, there's something wrong with this cat, y'all. Okay, guys, sorry about the interruption. The cat was in the house and he started making these weird noises. I'm not really cat savvy, so it scared me. I wanted him outside because I didn't know if he was about to throw up or something else unmentionable. But anyway, back to the issue at hand. The fact is, a person came online asking for help. Now, she felt the need to do it, so stand behind it, just like I stand behind what I said. I never said she was anything because I don't know her from Adam. What I said is possibly, and I stand behind that. Possibly what she was doing was panhandling. Possibly the details of what she said is not completely true. Possibly it could be a lie. Possibly. Or possibly not. And then let's look at this. Today is July the 1st that I'm actually doing this video. It's time to pay rent again. Now, she'd be a fool to give the same people the money again that she alleged that it was a scam or whatever the case may be. The real people who own the house, so she says, I guess she don't have any contact with them or something, because she wasn't really clear about it. Also, she said she had proof. If she had proof and people are calling her liars, then prove that they are lying. I mean, it's that simple. Or don't give a crap. Focus on your ultimate goal, which is getting the money you need to ensure your kids have a place to stay and go about your business. Because that's what you do. When you put your business on the internet, people gonna talk about it. Honestly, that's not a horrible thing, because when people talk, you know what happens? Eyeballs come your way. People that may want to help, may not. I believe the reason that you guys have not, with as big of a following that you have and as activated as a following that you have, the thing that was alarming to people is, number one, you always come online casket sharp. Now you got your set it off braids. You was talking about crying. We never seen a tear, which, I mean, all of these things really don't matter. But since you got me talking, I'm going to say everything I feel. And, you know, people want to dog me about having an opinion. Sweetie, opinions are like assholes. Everybody got them. And let's keep it real. You have 70,000 followers. You need $15,000. Actually, I think she ended up gaining an extra 10,000 followers because of this situation. But with gaining those followers and having the followers that she had, if even, 10% of those people gave her $1, that's AGs. Now, I don't know what she got on her Cash App and all of this, but according to her, what's that thing called? GoShare, something. GoFundMe. I can never remember that. But according to GoFundMe, I think she had like $3,300. There are a lot more people out there that don't believe the story completely, and that's why they're not giving. People will help you. People will help you, especially if they like you. You look like a very likable person. I don't dislike this lady. And I'll go on and talk about the next thing that I find interesting to talk about, and she will go on with her life. And this will just be a moment in time. But people want to come and throw negative opinions at me because I'm being honest. People want to woe is me on her because they like her hair videos. You don't know her any more than you know me. So the fact that you're believing her and not being inquisitive into the situation, that's just a human flaw that you may have, or a vulnerability you may have. I actually felt for her. She's got 5 babies. Of course I feel for her. But I just happen to know that the details she gave are not in line with the laws of the state of Florida. And who walks away from 15 grand? That was the biggest red flag. If that did not make you pause and concern, then you may need to adjust your moral compass a little bit, because anytime you make a decision to give, it should be at least an educated decision, especially when you're helping people. Because at the end of the day, you send her a Cash App, you send money, you can't get that back. Now, had she come and said, we don't have our money for rent, we are being put out, we have a 3-day notice, and didn't show that paper, which, I've seen 1,000 because I Googled them. I've actually not had them. I went online to research the 3-day notice. That is not a consistent one. And the reason I went online and did that is because I had several other people who were landlords actually tell me that. There's a lot of people on social media. You do not know what they do from one moment to the next. With that being the case, that means you don't know the experience they have. That paper did not look legitimate, according to them. So it made me go and look into that. I like to speak on things in an educated manner. I don't just throw words as gauntlets out here in the streets. So when I went and looked, I've never seen one look like that. I've never seen the verbiage, how it was, none of that. I didn't go all into detail on all of that because it wasn't necessary. I was just asking a question to my audience. Do you think this is a scam or no? And it was for them to answer. It wasn't really about the girl. It was about the situation. But since she was the person that had the story, I did lead them to the story. Like I said, when we talk about people, we lead them to the information. I just didn't pull it all on my platform, which I had every right to do because I am a commentator and I do have fair use as my protection. Y'all need to really think about the channels and the things that are being said. I never come on here and purposely call people out their name, purposely try to dog them or anything. And just because a person does pretty hair does not mean that they're honest. Now, am I saying she's dishonest? No. Am I saying that it could be some flim? Yes. Am I saying that there is flim? No. Why am I not saying that? Because I cannot prove that. Y'all feel that what she showed you is enough? Then let that be what it is. Why y'all over here help this baby get some money? Because had that been the way I felt, that's what I would have been talking about. This young lady is going through something. Y'all, if y'all can help her, find it in your heart to do so. I don't care what side I fall on. I'm going to speak my truth. I'll never have to come back on here and apologize for saying something to be cruel. That's not how I'm built. It's not in my DNA. And so if me talking about this story caused you not to like me all of a sudden, I do apologize that you feel that way, but I have to stand behind truth. That's the one thing that never changes. So that is the situation. I spoke about this because it was put out there. I spoke about it because there were some errors in the way the information was presented. And based on that, I felt it could possibly not be ethical. You guys say there is scam, but it's not on her. That's great. Okay, but her taking all that time and effort to come over here and try to jump on me instead of working on her kids, yeah, that's sketch. Because I wouldn't care what a heifer got to say. If my baby's finna be homeless, the only people I'm talking to is somebody who could help me with that situation. I don't care about some negative Nancy on the internet. It just would not have been, the way I handled that. And I stand behind that as well. So, guys, if I'm wrong, if you feel I'm wrong, let me know how you feel about it. If you feel that what I'm saying, based on the facts that I know, is something that's correct, let me know how you feel. If you have other information to put in, please do so. If you have something that you feel can help her, maybe you know someone who went through something similar and was able to get around the law and actually hurt somebody, put that out there. People are reading these posts. It can help her. I mean, if she's hiding something and we're constantly talking about it, it can harm her, which would have been another reason that if I was on some shenanigans, I would have shut up. I wouldn't have kept talking and trying to throw stones at another person so that they can stand up and reinsert their position, which caused more conversation, which means more eyeballs on my possible scam, and then, oh my God, I'm in jail. That may not be the case. This is not personal, sweetie, if you're listening. And as far as saying what I can do on this platform, yeah, sweetie, you can. You can say what you can do on yours. And I hope at this day, July the 1st, you guys have worked out whatever, and you have got those beautiful babies in a safe place. And I hope things work out for you. But would I walk away from $15,000? No, baby. They would have to snatch me by my legs and drag my ass out of there. I'm sorry. And I would be gangster on that, because somebody's always going to win in the situation. The good person or the bad person. But somebody's going to win. If I have kids relying on me, baby, that's going to be me. I promise you that. That's what I'm doing. Like, that's what we doing here. I'm fighting for mine. If I got to go to court to fight, trust and believe, if they filed an eviction on her and it was without cause and they could not throw her out, it's not going to affect her name. It's not. Now, if she goes to court with somebody and a writ of possession is carried out, they had grounds to be able to do so. And, she didn't work it out with the landlord. And then another thing, If a real estate company brought her to that home, walked her through it, she signed paperwork and got keys, and it's fraud, yeah, they're a part of that. They're a part of that, and therefore they could get in trouble. They're not going to put their name on whoever the broker is over their real estate company. They are not going to put their name behind some shenanigans. So trust and believe. Also, if you are unable to get them directly, you need to go back to that real estate company, press the issue, and have them get in touch with whoever is paying them. They got bank accounts. Most of the time when they're dealing with a real estate company, you have to sign a document giving them access to the bank account because, baby, they get their funds secured. They ensure that. And they won't cover or even work with you without having that. And if they handle putting people into your house, most of the time they take payments for it as well. And when they get the money, they usually go and deposit it into the owner's account. That's usually how that works. I have experience in this, and I'm speaking from knowledge. I didn't just come on here to decide, oh, I want to be mean to this young lady, because I don't know her. But anyway, guys, tell me what you think about all of this. If you made it to this part of the video, oh my gosh, you're amazing. I really appreciate it. You are probably somebody who is convicted for a cause as well as I am. And like I said, had I felt differently, I would have been on the other side. I would have been advocating for her. But because I felt that some of the things were not according to the law, I had to stand on it. It's nothing personal. But tell me what you guys think about this. Tell me what you think about the video. Please like it. Also, give me your 2 cents. And I'll see you in the next one. Also, guys, just in case you didn't know, our membership is up. Take advantage of the membership. I'm going to be putting up some content for my members really soon. And I'll talk to you later.